Timber frame houses are becoming increasingly popular here in Ireland. They're being produced and sold by a number of Irish manufacturers, and the ever-expanding market is even attracting foreign suppliers to our shores. There's been a lot of talk about the theory and benefits of timber frame construction, so I decided to take a look at it in practice.
Peter, can you tell us what's happened to the timber frame industry over the last 10 years in Ireland?
Well, say from about 1990, timber frame was only about 0.5% of market share here in Ireland.
In houses?
In houses. Since then, today it's average, I think, about 15%. So there's been substantial growth over the last 10 to 12 years.
Why is that?
I think it's because people are looking for more energy efficient buildings, lower cost to run, because they live different lifestyles today. They don't need a house heated all day when they're out at work. They want to come in, have it warmed up quickly at the lowest cost possible.
With timber frame construction, the components of the building are engineered and assembled in the factory, which allows for tight controls on quality at every stage of the process.
With the new building regulations coming now in January 2003, where increases in insulation are required, how is timber frame going to perform in this way?
Well, the timber frame walls are actually already up to that standard. For individual homes where we use a normal 140mm wall, that's already up to the point.
That complies with the new regulations.
That complies to the point.
Yeah, so it's very good insulation.
It is very good.
So what's the downside of timber frame? What are the things that people need to look out for where things can go wrong?
I suppose, Duncan, it's not a DIY product, so anyone that wants to build their own home should use a company, first of all, that has got a quality system installed similar to the NSAI.
That's the National Standards.
National Standards Authority of Ireland, timber frame scheme. And also that on site they should make sure that the erecting crew are qualified. For an individual, they should have their own engineer or architect making sure that quality is kept right and all the other follow-on trades do their job properly.
An average timber frame house is assembled on site and weather sealed within 1 week.
Alright, Francie, we're going to come up this number 15, wall 15.
Michael, how many houses would you build a year?
We would probably erect about 700 timber framed units on an annual basis going forward. That has been gradually building up over the years.
Right, and are there advantages on site for a builder like you in using timber frame?
But provided you have forward sales, there are significant cost savings from the point of view that you can erect the timber frame kit, put the roof and windows on in a matter of maybe 2 to 3 days, and then you can work on the external of the building and the internal of the building at the same time, so that shortens your build program by 4 to 6 weeks.
How about potential house purchasers? Do they see timber frame in a positive way?
Our own experience to date is that it has no negative effect on sales. We have been in competition with, shall we say, sites directly across the road from us in 2 or 3 different locations throughout Ireland, and we have never seen any problem with sales because we're building timber frame.
Because timber is a sustainable and renewable resource, there is much less of an impact on the environment than from conventional building methods. A high proportion of the wood used is sourced from Irish forests.
All of the wood from Irish forests, most of it comes from Coillte forests, and as you know, Coillte have been awarded Forest Stewardship Council certification in recognition of the sustainable forest management which they practice. This ensures that all of the wood from Irish forests is independently certified as being sustainable.
And of course there's environmental benefits and energy efficiency benefits too with timber frame.
Absolutely. The energy efficiency of timber frame housing is obviously far superior to any of the other construction methods currently used in this country. Coforth has recently funded some research into this aspect and it carried out an energy audit on both timber frame housing and hollow block construction in Dublin and Drogheda. And it has shown that 32%, there's cost saving of 32% in the terms of the electricity and heating bill for timber frame housing over the hollow block construction.
So what's the future now for this for Ireland?
And if we look at how it has developed in other countries, if we take Scotland for example, which would have a very similar climate to our own, worse in fact, they have now 50% market share for the timber frame in Scotland, and they've been using it for many decades, which sort of proves that timber frame can stand the test of time. So I don't see any reason why Ireland wouldn't follow suit and over the next decades, significantly increase the amount of timber frame used.